violating Texas laws and stuff like that as well?
Well, the thing is well, okay. See, here's the thing. This is what a lot of people don't understand a lot about Texas law. Okay, is it literally states you can fucking look it up. It's in Texas State Archives for crying out fucking loud. All right, is unimpaired by any and all states. Unimpaired. What do they not understand about unfucking impaired?
Another state can't rule Texas.
Well, it's not just not another state cannot rule Texas. It's unimpaired by any and all states.
Right.
So that even includes Washington, D.C.
They still can't do anything.
Unimpaired. What do you not understand about the word un and impaired?
Like I said, they can't do anything to Texas.
Well, it's not just about doing anything to Texas in general, okay? The whole thing is people know in Texas, if we have to pay something, it better have happened in Texas.
Right.
Not in some other fucking state like in New York, okay? Like in TDD's fucking state.
Right.
Okay? Where, Eric Adams wants to sit there and state, oh, well, you owe us. We don't owe you nothing. Dude, you said you are a sanctuary state. You said that you take in immigrants and all this other junk. Okay? Dude, we're inundated with fucking immigrants, okay, and everything else like that. Well, no, my whole family's fucking, immigrants. We have the fucking proof and documentation on Ancestry to prove it.
Right. Even I would say the same with my family.
No, I'm just saying, okay, we have the documentation that states we immigrated here. At this in particular time, on this motherfucking boat, we even have that shit charted all the way back to where they fucking boarded the boat. Okay? Alright. My mother has tracked that shit that far back. Okay, and she is still tracking that shit back.
I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, no, so hence the point. Alright, that's the reason why Waco, okay, because that's where most of my family is, Polish, and fucking Czech, and fucking, Slavic, and fucking some kind of Romanian or something along that line. Somewhere in between Czech, Polish, Jewish, and Slovakian, and Romanian, and all that other stuff. Alright, so that's the whole point. Okay, so you're telling me that it is okay for someone from Mexico to come over without going through proper identification like my grandparents did. Great-great-great-great-grandparents, however far back you want to go. I don't even know how many. I'm not going to count that far. Okay, the whole point is they came over here legally. They came over here with papers. They came over here with identification. They came over here with this. They came over here with that.
But now you're saying that.
And now you're saying it's okay for you to just walk across the border just because they can walk across the border. Well, then no, if that's the case, then we can just be Texan and walk across the Mexican border then, right? So, it's one of those things that if we do that, then we're going to go over there armed because we know that we're going to get shot.
Yeah. Or worse.
Or what? What's worse than being shot? Shot means dead. How is there anything worse than dead?
Being tortured.
How? Being tortured is worse than dead?
No, being shot's worse.
Once you're shot dead, you don't feel anything if you're laying dead. Torture.
You can still survive torture. Doesn't mean you're going to be unscathed, but you can still survive torture. Here's the thing that I was taught by my mother, which, the whole thing about being raised in the military, okay, is this is the whole thing about torture. You can either have someone torture you, or you can fucking kill them.
Fucking kill them. They're going to be dead anyway.
You're going to be dead anyway, either at the end of that torture, or wishing to God you were. So, Sean, I ask it to you. What would you rather do? You're going to sit there and fucking be tortured, hoping you were dead, or are you just going to accept that you're already dead and do something about maybe being alive?
Just accept being dead.
So hence, the whole thing of, okay, maybe we should start being alive. Why? Because my mother knew where she was going to have to take us, which was into military war zones, during the 1980s and shit like that. Why? Because my dad was a fucking scumbag. All right, so we had to go with our mom. All right, she worked for the Pentagon. What do you want? You know, so we had to go into places that weren't exactly the best of environments for children. All right, which my mom regrets even to this day, you know, hence the whole point. I do respect my mom. I understand it wasn't her fault and everything else like that. You know, she was, you know, she had no fucking thing. Like she said, her kids didn't come in the ditty bag. All right, but yet, you know, like my grandmother says, why do they come out with a USDA grade military stamp? Why do they get a military card? Why do they come with dog tags? Why do they do this? Why do they have to be in BDUs? Why can't they be in normal clothes? Michelle, if they're supposed to be civilians, why do they dress and act like civilians? Hence, that's why my grandmother thought we were brainwashed by the military. Hence the reason why when we became actual civilians, we went fucking bonkers.
No, we fucking bonkers.
We had no, but we grew to respect authority, yes, as long as it was earned. Respect is not given.
Right.
It is fucking earned. And a lot of times that bloodshed. But respect's still the same. The whole point is when these fucking politicians want to sit there and dictate to people like they're fucking children, but we're goddamn grown adults, then you need to quit fucking living with your goddamn family thinking that you're living around a bunch of fucking kids, because you ain't.
Right.
No more different than your dad or his mom. Mr. Icarus and Mr. TDD. Okay? Your mom trying to control what you do. Okay? And us having to fucking, you know, have a conversation about that and everything else like that about, you know, don't let your mother fucking, you're 18 or this goddamn years old. Why are you still, you know, cowering to your mother and everything else like that? Y'all have heard me. I don't cower to my mother.
Nope.
She's my mother. I respect her as an adult. She is almost 70 fucking years old.
Right.
I am pretty much 40. I am 39 today. It is my birthday, so hence the point. Okay, so am I going to act my age and take, you know, like my mother said when we talked when I was 9, matters into my own hands and understand it is my life to live,
Right.
or am I going to have someone do it for me? So, well, like your dad wants you to be in your little fucking bubble, under him, under his thumb, pay for my bills and all this other junk, but yet doesn't want you to live your own fucking life. So, in other words, meaning, you know, that's the whole point why you live with me now, you know, and it's the whole thing of, you know, he doesn't, you know, if you have a job, oh, well, you have to pay the bills, you have to pay rent, you have to pay this, but yet you can't do any, you can't get an ID. He wants to sit there and hold your birth certificate or your freaking, you know, social security card, which you cannot do by federal fucking law. Because it's yours.
Right.
Even something, trust me, my mom used to debate with the, you know, and she debated with the judge. Trust me, the judge is like, no, it's his. Well, I'm allowed to hold a copy. And the judge was even like, no, you're not. That is against the law.
And basically I can put my dad in prison for that one.
No, like the judge said to her, you can go to prison for it. Would you like to go to prison? We can put you in prison, Michelle. You cannot hold your kid's ID card. You cannot hold their social security card. You cannot have a copy of it. You cannot have this. You cannot have no. Well, but no, Michelle. I understand, you know, being a parent and everything like that. He's grown. It's his stuff. It belongs to him by legal documentation. No more different than yours does. It doesn't belong to your son. It doesn't belong to your mother. Well, no. Then there's your answer, Michelle. Michelle. Go. And she heard it from a judge. So understand the same point. Okay, it's the same thing as TDD. I even told the TDD the same thing. My mom even backed me up. She said, yeah, I did that in front of a judge, and he told me, yeah, quit being an overbearing parent. Quit being he's not fucking da-da-da-da-da. You're going to have to da-da-da-da-da-da. You can't always come to his defense, yada, 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 yada.
Basically, if he fucks up, you can't.
If he fucks up, you can't. Is he going to go to jail for you? No, your dad ain't going to go to jail for you. You know that. Neither will your mother or anything else like that. So hence the whole point. So are you going to grow up and understand to treat your parent like an adult, and your parent should treat you like an adult, and have the respect of each other that you're an adult, like me and my mother do. We made It may be weird, like y'all say, on how we talk to each other, funny as fuck sometimes, and everything else like that, because the way we talk to each other, because we will sit there and swear and do other stuff like that, be mad at each other, and everything else like that, scream and everything else like that, be done with it, joke around, and be like, we look like, sound like complete fucking retarded motherfuckers talking to brick walls,
basically,
doorknobs and bullshit. But I mean, at least the point is we are making a what? A point to each other is that we respect each other enough to talk to each other like grown people and to have enough respect that, yes, we may not always get along, we may not always see eye to eye, but the whole point of the agenda is what?
No, at least respect each other.
Respect each other. Okay, so it's kind of the same way. Okay, it's like, for example, looking at this fucking thing that TDD sent me. Okay, with the fucking, thing of, Mayor Adams and all that other junk, asking, telling Texas that, oh, well, we shipped over illegals and all this other junk. No, we didn't. Not when you're a sanctuary state. Okay? If you want to sit there and parade around illegals like it's a political shit, he's the one that's doing it.
He's putting himself.
We're telling people that we have an issue with the border. We've had this issue since before 1960-something. Before even then.
Right.
We've had this problem ongoing. Okay, the thing about it is people don't understand that Texas does have its independence. We have our own constitution. We have our own this, our own that. Okay, we have, these, rules and everything else of that specifically because
of these reasons.
Of the interference of someone else outside of our borders. In other words, meaning no one understands what goes on here except for the people who live here. So those are the people who should be making the laws, not someone 1,000 miles away like it was in fucking England during the Revolutionary War and everything else like that. It's the whole point of TDD. TDD lives in New York. I have these conversations with him all the time. Trust me, there are times when I'm pretty sure, on my games and everything else like that, people have heard the same conversation go on. Okay, depending on which moment they come in at. Okay, but the whole point about it is, are they going to make, an opinion, or are they going to sit there and try to make it a political aspect? Well, having an opinion doesn't have politics. Okay, so him stating, Governor Adams, all right, I have a migrant issue and I'm blaming as a political stunt. Abbott is not doing that. Abbott is going, I have a problem at the border, and there's nothing no one's doing about it. And we're supposed to be allied with the United States. Allied means allied, like NATO. Is that what we have to do? Is join NATO? I mean, because if that's so, that's fucking ridiculous. Because we've had this treaty since 1876. Shit, I have to recheck it. I mean, it changed, like 3 or 4 times for like 2 or 3, 4 years. Okay, until it became the one that we have right now. Right. Okay, you can still find it in the Texas Archives. It is up to date to 2023. You can look it up in the Texas Archives. Everything's there. I literally put it on my Discord for fucking, y'all to read and whatnot and stuff like that shit. I'll even put it on this one. I'll even post it on Twitch if I have to. I don't give a shit.
And people are going to be like, well, you can't put that there. Go
fuck yourself. Oh, yes, I can. It is Texas Archives. It is public fucking record. Yes, I can. Everyone can go and find it. Yeah. It is right there, Texas Constitution. Articles, everything, all up to date to 2023. And all it still states is we have to follow the 10th Amendment. That's it. Nothing else. So explain to me. And the 10th Amendment is they are allowed to request troops. Doesn't mean they get them. They are allowed to request them. We don't have to give them troops. We don't have to give them munitions. We don't have to give them anything. We honestly don't have to. The same way we don't have to sell anything to the United States. We don't. We do it under treaty because we're under treaty. We're supposed to be treaty. We're supposed to be allies. That's why we do it. We sell it to y'all. And we sell it to you cheap.
Very fucking cheap.
It's no more different than TDD, asking me, about the Alamo.
The Alamo.
What makes the Alamo so sacred to Texans? It's the fucking Alamo.
Basically how we
No, it's Santa Ana. It's Santa Ana. The whole thing is it was our Revolutionary War.
Mm-hmm.
It was our independence. We have not been annexed. We have not been this. We have not been that. Oh, trust me, my grandmother got pissed because they were teaching this wrong in schools. Went in front of the school board. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You have no idea what our grandparents used to do in front of school boards in Texas because they were teaching history wrong. And trust me, they were. It's no more different than, like they said, trust me, Indians, Native Americans, and Indians in wagons. Yeah, they did that, but not for what you think. Understand, we were invading their territory. They were defending it. Y'all have it wrong. And this was in the Texas history book. And if my grandparents are sitting there going over and telling them that they have it wrong, so that they have their history wrong, my grandmother, trust me, used to take fights to the Texas history museums because they had shit wrong. And you know why she knew it? Because her grandparents told her. Her grandparents told that. You get the point.
Yeah.
Okay, and why? They have diaries of it.
And they're like, well, this shit doesn't make any sense and shit like that. This is false. And like, actually, no, it's true.
Yeah, okay, tell them that's false. I want you to dig up your grave. Can you time travel and tell them that? I want you to walk up there and be like, tell me it's not real.
And it's like, no. I can't time travel.
Like my grandmother says, that is like someone questioning your birth. Just because they're, they don't, they question your physical existence.
Fuck yourself, I'm going to shoot your ass for that reason.
Okay, hence my point. That's the whole thing. Okay, so it's no more different than TDD. Okay, so, like TDD. Another TDD.
I'm here, sneezing.
I can tell.
Sneezing your ass?
Okay, so for example, all right, like you said, Mr. Greg, what is his name? Adams? Mr. Adams?
Eric Adams.
Yeah, Mr. Eric Adams. Okay, even like he says, okay, finds it completely bonkers that he thinks that he can order around Texas. And Mr. Adams doesn't understand unimpaired. They're fucking stupid.
I get your frustration.
And we have the right. No, but we have the right to deny almost anyone.
Yeah.
Did you know he's the first mayor that we've had that never graduated high school?
He never what?
What?
Hold on. He never graduated high school. Dude, there are kids here in Texas that are considered retarded, mentally retarded, that have graduated high school.
Yeah.
No records of him going even to university or college.
Hold on. You have someone in office that has never been to what even is familiar of a school.
Even Biden, he's the same issue as well. He never went to university or college.
You don't have to be, you don't have to go to university or college to run for office.
You don't.
He couldn't go because he didn't finish high school.
You don't have to finish high school to run for office.
I understand.
You have to just be an American citizen.
But what I'm trying to say is that Biden was claiming he was a lawyer and he never went to college or university.
And they wonder where they get their politics. Seems like it's out of a Monopoly game or something that they played when they were in school. Look, I'm 7 and I'm playing it at the dinner table. I mean, honestly.
The only prior education was.
I mean, honestly, it's like, it's like dinner time with my mother, back when I was like 7, it's like playing Monopoly, and it's like, hey, you're learning economics.
Oh,
How the hell are you learning economics from Monopoly? You ain't learning anything from Monopoly other than get the fuck out of my way, and this game sucks. It's boring.
It looks like he went to New York City College of Technology and John Jay College of Criminal Justice.
Okay, there you go. So apparently he went somewhere.
Morris College, MPA.
Okay.
But the problem is, one of those colleges were discredited.
Okay.
But nah, man, I think he's full of shit. I don't think he earned his position.
Oh, I don't. Let's put it this way. Okay, what kind of person who wants to sit there and say, politics over people and everything else like that, okay, is more concerned about migrants than he is the homeless on the street, than he is the veterans on the street, people who are actually citizens.
And he gets them out of the shelters.
No, not just any kind of assistance. Not only that, you're giving it all to the immigrants and everything else like that. Let's put it this way, dude. If it was Texas, I'm damn sure that the veterans would be going ape shit by now.
Did you hear how much the migrants are getting now?
Yeah, you sent me something about that, but what was it?
They're getting 1,400, 1,000 in food stamps, and 400 in prepaid debit cards per person.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Monthly.
That's bullshit. How is that not bullshit?
Keep in mind, my nigga Alex.
Okay,
and they just finished taking away his.
I understand that. Okay, but the thing about it is like I told you, I'm not surprised because of what?
Of leadership.
No, because the thing about it is he's not looking for any job. He's not doing this. He's not medically disabled or anything else like that. He has, no real reason to even qualify for snaps or whatever because he can get a job. There's nothing that states he's medically inept.
All I can say is, bro, a lot of people are like not happy about that shit, bro. And don't even get me started with the $500 fee. How much were they getting paid for rent assistance? Let me see. It was.
Okay, so see, this is the whole thing. Okay, so they get rent assistance, but the homeless don't get rent assistance. But the homeless don't get rent assistance.
No.
That makes no sense. So you want to sit there and say politics over people? Who's playing politics over people?
Right. So the migrants are getting like $15,000.
So no. The whole thing is what is in the limelight right now, and what is everybody's problem that politically, migrants. So who's playing the political game?
Trust me, bro. We all look at him like he looks like a damn fool.
He does look like a damn fool.
Like, bro, you were the one that told him they can come here and things got rough, and rather than helping your own people, you ended up bringing in these people and only helping them, and then you wonder why.
Yes, and you wonder why. Only helping them. That's the problem. Hence, also look at the thing with what was it that embezzlement scheme with the 70 plus.
Oh, don't even get me started.
The NYCHA thing.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, dude, remember, what, 7 years ago we started that whole NYCHA case and all that other junk. And I mean, I told you there was some crooked shit going on there, and fucking to report it, what'd you do? You started reporting it. Now look what happened. And like they said, they've been conducting this for a minute, apparently. So what, has it been as long as since we reported it?
And they've been allowing it, and they knew about it. Yeah. That's what pissed off a lot of people. They said, how long did you guys know about it? Oh, we've known about it for at least 3 years.
So basically, they've known about it since we reported it.
And here's the thing: all the damages they made, all these fraudulent shit they made to a lot of tenants, they said they're not undoing it and they're not fixing it and they're moving forward.
Yeah, see, that's my fucking problem.
What is that? Is that the Texas flag?
Yeah, it's the old Texas flag.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Holy shit!
It's the Republic of Texas. It's the old one,
really old one. I think they need to bring
like 17 something.
They need to bring
17, 18 something old time.
They need to bring that back.
The one with the yellow star,
They need to bring it back.
Star blue flag.
Huh?
Anyway,
the blue flag with the yellow star.
Well, it's white, but yeah.
I'm gonna be on Division 2 with.
Yeah, it's the original one. I know.
So, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, if he's going to sit there, and state his political banter, all right, and then wants to blame someone for it, that's political. That's the whole point of politics, is to blame.
How many black folks?
Not go, look, it's my fault. I told him to come. It is my fault, and I do apologize. I'm sorry, da-da-da-da-da. But he doesn't want to come out and do that. Why? Why? He wants someone to blame, so how's that not political? They're the one, he's the one that came and said, oh, well, we can take in these migrants because, we're a sanctuary state, and what's wrong with taking it because it's a sanctuary state, and yada, 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 right?
And look what's going on with a lot of these companies. Hardworking citizens are losing their pensions and getting pay cuts, and it's like, no.
Yeah, so, I mean, how does that work? So, it's nowhere different than I explained to you, a while back about Pantax. Okay, it's one of those things. Okay, I can understand, certain conditions and everything else like that, but we have Pantex, like I told you. Okay, you can look it up, all right, like you did, all right, and and I even showed you. Okay, you have research and development here, research and development there. And what does it say for warheads that are, that get armed and disarmed? Where are they done? In Texas. So you want us to allow potential whoever it is to cross our borders that we have literally where we produce nuclear weapons? You're insane. It is our Texas obligation to defend this state because of that reason. Just because of that reason. We do not want just anyone to fucking grab a hold of these goddamn nukes and do whatever the fuck they want with them. That is not what we fight for. So yeah, why are we securing our border? For the reason of we have nuclear weapons here, folks. Nuclear. Pantex. Folks, Pantex.
They're not gonna learn.
So hence the point. What do we have in Texas that's so important? Nuclear fucking weapons. That's what we got. Why are, then hence the whole point. They're like, oh, what was it, a few years back of them going in front of national television. Oh, there ain't nothing but terrorists in Texas. What the fuck? How the fuck am I a terrorist? So what? So, I mean, you're going to sit there and claim that a Texan is a terrorist because of what? Because he doesn't agree? Get the fuck out of here.
The problem in New York City, there's only one party.
Problem in New York City is they have their fucking head in the goddamn sewer. Party of fucking rats is what they are. I'm surprised the Ninja Turtles hasn't popped out. With fucking Master Splinter going, I am here and ready to go. Come, we shall lead the country. I mean, what's next? Fucking Shredder's gonna come out with fucking, what is it, Bebop and Rocksteady? Oh yeah, that's right. It's called Biden. At least at this moment, either that or it's gonna be fucking Trump. And if, people are dumb enough, and want to fucking commit themselves to fucking war, by all means, go ahead and vote Trump in as well. Because I ain't voting for that motherfucker. Hence the reason why I don't vote. Why? Because no one can blame me for me voting for some other cocksucker that they don't like. So guess what? With me not voting, I can blame everybody else, right? Hence the whole point. Who would you vote for? My fucking self. Hence the reason why, that's the whole bit. That's the reason why typically when people vote, it's all, it's typically for themselves. They can't vote against themselves is because, the only people that they really trust most of the time is themselves. Who would you trust? Not very many people, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, hence the reason why. That's the reason why votes kind of are kind of not a really great way to look at it. But I mean, for democracy and everything to work, you need to have a voting system. Yes, but the problem is the people have to be willing to vote. So it's no more different than this. How am I supposed to be able to vote if I can't get off work to vote? So why doesn't work come with a day that allows you to take off to vote? It is your right to vote, right? Then how come I'm going to be penalized at work for voting? You've been through this, right?
Yeah.
So why do we have that? It makes no sense, does it?
No.
But yet these people want to sit here, like for example, great Mr. Adams. Oh, I want to sit here and make sense of a situation. Okay, but can't say make sense of a situation because you have more corruption in your goddamn state.
You have no idea how much they despise these people. Quite literally. Quite fucking literally, bro.
And sometimes you wonder why, being a New Yorker and everything else like that, which I do understand. The reason why, how come the federal government can't in Texas is, because we have laws against even our marshal service doing certain things against the public. So if we have laws against the marshals to do certain things against the public because they've done it before in the past, what makes you think we're going to allow some other entity in, hence the ATF and the FBI, into Texas, and hence the reason why they're not here anymore was because of Waco. So what makes you think that Texas will ever tolerate that again? Do you get my point?
Curious, are you guys going to monitor all those illegals to see if they're going to vote in the southern part of Texas?
What do you mean?
Well, last election, they were caught. A lot of them got caught voting when they weren't supposed to.
Yes.
I'm guessing you guys are going to monitor that again and make sure that doesn't happen?
Yes.
What are you going to do with the board of elections if they don't, if they allow it anyways?
What do you mean? Exactly.
I'm like, what is Texas plan to do if they catch a county for a city allowing illegal immigrants to vote?
Then that county, then that county goes up for re-voting.
Are you serious?
Yep. By Texas law. I think this is the first time. Do you think this is the first time? Do you think this is the first time we've had this?
You're just like, oh, I didn't think you guys would just restart the whole election. I think y'all would just re-verify.
No, because it's fraud. So that means the whole election can be frauded. Fraud is fraud. And technically, that can just, like I said, that can fuck the whole thing up, and you have to start all over again. And yeah, trust me, Texas has gone through several re-elections because of fraud, and literally started all the way over from scratch.
I feel like land voting, probably the most voting is that.
And literally got rid of the ones who were competing against each other. They were no longer allowed to be on the ballot. Does that tell you something?
Yeah. Ooh, it's freezing me. Oh shit. It's freezing.
Why? For voter fraud, manipulation of votes. Let's see here, voter scamming. I mean, dude, I can keep going. Like I said, there is nothing that Texas that people have not tried in Texas and tried to get away with. Name something. I'm pretty sure we'll find a law for it.
Are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. You're not recording me on camera.
We are live as it gets, baby.
You're not recording me on camera, are you?
No, I'm still working on the whole camera thing.
Oh, no. Don't put video of me on live yet.
Right now, it's just kind of like talk radio. But the whole point, it deals with, Texas matters and stuff like that. So hence the whole point. And it's versus basically anyone else who's willing to debate it. So, I mean, that's the whole point. It's more of a debate channel. At least that's what I'm going to try to do with this one. But, I mean, that's the whole thing, okay? It's no more different than, for example, your farm animals and everything else like that. It won't work in Texas because Texas has laws against it. Like I said, people do dumb shit here. We don't have, laws for dumb shit. We have laws for people who happen to do dumb shit. It's not your fault. It's not anyone else's fault. It just happens to be their fault, and, it should be illegal for these reasons. Some of them are kind of old. Yeah, some of them shouldn't really be there, but, some of them are there for a really legitimate reason. It's no more different than the duel. Duel can still be done in Texas. You have to sign a waiver and all this other junk, but it can still be done. Okay, the thing about it is, though, is the law is there for a reason, and that law is there because it gets rid of basically one person's rivalry versus another. That's what the duel is there for, and it's there to be witnessed by other people, so therefore they know that it's a justified killing and it's not murderous. That's what the duel was for. I challenge you to a duel. You insulted my whatever. You insulted my how little or big my penis is. You get what I mean?
I was told there was a law like that here in New York that still exists. It's like pretty old.
But that one you can't get rid of. I mean, it's literally written into our law. That is not something you can just stricken. Because it was the best way to deal with a one-on-one confrontation besides murder. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It was the best way to deal with a one-on-one confrontation besides just outright murdering somebody. Where murder is illegal because the person doesn't have a chance to defend themselves. That's why they call it murder. Hence the reason why in Texas, that's the whole point of a defended killing is they're gonna murder you. That's the whole point of the reason why you can defend your home and your property and all that other junk is because of the intent of murder. That is the reason why it is not illegal to shoot someone in the back when they're in your home, because it is considered burglary of a habitation. They are stealing or invading your home, which can come with the intent of harm. So you're telling me you're going to get murdered because of a fucking crazy person breaking into your home, so you're going to take it in with your chance of life to tap that person on the shoulder and say, hey, you're in my home. That's stupid. Same way as you showing me, what was it, that one thing on YouTube with the girls that are like, oh, well, I wanted it to even fight. And then the chick was, and the dude introduced, oh, well, what happens when someone tries to rape you? Oh, well, that's different. No, bitch, it ain't.
Yeah, the one home, it's like, it goes.
It's not different. It's not different. If you want a fair fight, then understand what a fair fight is. There isn't a fair fight. There's no such thing in the common face of this planet, nor the vicinity of this universe, that states that there's a fair fight.
Like, a lot of people don't understand. It's a battle to the finish, bro. Like,
It is. It is a battle to the finish. And finish meaning death. Yours or mine. This is what, military, upbringing teaches you. Also, living in the 80s helps.
I remember reading that article in California that this family was tortured and killed. The mother, the father, and the kids.
It's no more, dude. It's no more different than that one bitch who fucking stabbed that dude 108 times in California and got only community service. And wanted to blame it on weed. I have never had that happen to me on weed. You cannot blame it on weed. You can't. I'm sorry. There is no, bitch. No, you cannot blame a drug on your fucking murderous intent because I'm pretty sure you either found him fucking someone else or some other goddamn shit or you're just fucking batshit crazy. Okay, because either that or you are on something else because there is nothing weed induced that can make you do that.
I'm telling you, man, that's just like...
That is bullshit. That's a motherfucking cop-out.
Man. That wasn't so long ago that happened, right? That was like a month ago, I think.
Something like that, yeah. Are you fucking for real? That bitch would get the death penalty here. Weed or not. Bitch, you took a life. And you gotta understand, unwillingly, it's not like this motherfucker tried to rape you or something. You literally stabbed this mother 108 times. As far as Texas would be concerned, it was considered murderous intent. 108 times? 108. Bitch, you would be lined up to the express lane. No more different than the bitch that killed, what was it, her 2 kids or whatever? Oh, express lane. Oh, especially for the kids. Oh, you definitely gonna hit the express lane. Shit, more than the express lane, we will scan you like you met all as you go through.
All I know is the fact that everybody knows what she did. I think her life is...
Oh, hence the point. Man, that bitch should be lucky she ain't in Texas.
Man, I don't know, bro. These type of people, they would want to live to another state and think people wouldn't find out what they previously did before.
Oh, no, we'll find out. Oh, trust me, one thing good Texas is good at doing is finding out.
Yeah, who you are, where you from, what you did, why you're here.
What you even doing here?
Yeah, you want that neighbor that wants to get to know you.
Yeah, well, it's not just get to know you. The reason is what you about. And in other words, meaning what you trying to hide that makes you want to move here. Because motherfuckers, we don't need you hiding shit here, man. We got enough problems. We got enough problems dealing with just our own neighbors because they could be psychos.
Man.
And it's what keeps us in line with each other. That's the whole point. We can all be psychos, and that's kind of the whole point. We are all psychotic at one point or another. So hence the whole point. Okay, we all accept that. Hence the whole point of the thing of Texas. You just don't fuck with your neighbor.
Man, I'm telling you, I can imagine the husband's parents. Man.
I mean, but it's no more different, okay, than California sitting there stating, oh well, we want succession and all that other junk, like that thing that has on there, oh well, we want succession on, from the United States, but we want to have a divorce because we don't want to have civil war. What do you think it's going to come down to? Texas knows that it's going to come down to civil war. Because if not, it's going to have it in its own state. With just its own people. Because we're getting tired of our own government not acting. Because the other government is preventing it. Well, guess what? This country is enacting its protocol of knowing what its constitutional rights are. And guess what? Those are Texas constitutional rights. You want to come fight Texas over it? Bring it on. Come and get it, as in the fight of Gonzales. Understand. We understand what the Battle of Alamo was, which means the defendant of the death. Okay, which even means we understand what will happen. We will take it to our grave, and that is fine with us, because you ain't gonna get it unless it's through our grave. Hence the whole point. But we ain't sitting here going trying to boss around anybody, are we?
No.
We ain't telling other motherfucking states what to do. We ain't fucking telling California what to do. We ain't telling everybody else what to do. We ain't telling fucking New York to take them. No, we're not. Y'all said y'all would. Right? Hence the point. You're a New Yorker. You know this. But yet, it's no more different than, like you asked, what is so important about the Alamo? Well, what is so important about liberty? Like you said, what do you mean, Lady Liberty? What does she stand on? The thing that your national anthem is about is what she stands on. Get my point?
Yeah.
And that should be the biggest desecration to New York.
Well,
You don't see a big fucking lady standing on the Alamo, do you?
To be honest with you, I don't really understand the meaning of liberty and freedom.
No, but you get what I mean. What is wait a minute, you don't understand liberty and freedom.
No, I think most people in New York don't know.
Oh.
They think it's all money and controlling and profiting business, and it's more to that.
If it was liberty and freedom, then you wouldn't have the ability to have a phone. You wouldn't have the ability to put anything out on the phone. You wouldn't be able to have the ability to make a phone call. You wouldn't be able to have the ability to do any of those things. And from what it sounds like half the time from your state, that's what it sounds like, is you will not be able to do these things.
Well, look at what's going on with T-Mobile. Did you hear what's going on with them lately?
No, because I live in Texas. So a lot of the stuff that's going on in these other states doesn't happen in Texas because we have laws against it.
No, they're not doing it in specific states. They're doing it to everybody who uses them as a carrier.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Well, apparently they're coming up with these penalty fines or whatever they call them, and we'll consider them as penalties. And
okay.
I guess by texting or searching or uploading anything that's any form of content that they deem negative or harsh or threatening, they pretty much send you a penalty or a fine of a bill through your carrier service. Let me see if I can find that.
Let me get this straight. They send you a bill or a fine through a carrier service. What?
Try to see. It's when they updated and changed it in their terms of service.
Okay.
Let me see. Find it.
That sounds like some CCP China crap.
Yeah, it's really huge. I'm trying to find their official page.
Yes, please do. I'm going to take a look at that. Because that's just fucking utter bullshit if that's the case.
Hold on, let me read. T-Mobile has quietly updated their terms of service to include fines for content they don't agree with. Beginning on January 1st, 2024, they'll be fining users who commit perceived violations on their bandwidth, who knew who now in America that the phone providers would now be policing the content of your text messages to fine you. Shaft, SHAFT, is an acronym that stands for sex, hate, alcohol, firearms, and tobacco. It outlines the categories of text messages specifically regulated due to moral and legal issues and is monitored and enforced by the Cellular Telephone Industries Association,
Okay.
aka
You know what that deals with?
PTIA.
That is not what you think it deals with.
Okay. Then what?
What it deals with, okay, is basically think of it as illegal trafficking.
Right, but they're not using it for what it's done for. That's the problem.
Well, I don't know about all that, but understand what shaft is.
Right.
Okay, shaft is specifically for that. It's kind of like basically, what would you say? I can think probably back in the early 70s, maybe. Yeah, we'll go 70s. Think of it like prostitutes advertising in the yellow pages, but not actually stating that they're a prostitute. You get what I mean? Kind of the same way as an escort today.
I get what you're saying. I just don't agree that a company should fine you. I think that should still be up to a judge.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, the thing is for example, okay, if me and you were to discuss any one of those things, okay, any one of them, okay.
Right.
So that means basically any sexual content, hate, alcohol, firearms, stuff like that.
Right.
Okay, and tobacco. So let's say, for example, okay, I'm sitting here talking to you or texting you, okay, sexual photos. The whole thing about think of it like sexting.
Right.
Okay, hate would be think of it like hate mail.
Okay.
You know, getting random texts. You know, oh well, you know, I hate you because of your whatever. I don't know. Think of something. Get what I'm saying? Hate mail.
Right.
Okay, so think, you know, religion. I don't know. We'll go with that Israeli thing that's going on. There's, you know, there's a hatred thing going on there. You get what I'm saying? So it'd be like someone, like me knowing you at work and sending you a text message, even though I don't have your number and stuff like that, and sending you hate mail or hate messages. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Through like an anonymous, you know, burner phone or whatever. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Alcohol would be trying to sell you like moonshine or whatever that's not, you know, commissioned by, you know, the Food Drug Administration. Get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Firearms would be like me trying to sell you a gun without it being registered. Tobacco, trying to sell you, you know, tobacco that's hasn't been taxed.
Right. But the issue that I don't like is the fact that they have to scan through your entire phone. You know, they're viewing all your messages, they're viewing all your photos, and I believe it's your privacy.
Well, yes, but the thing about it is, with so much human trafficking going on, how do you expect to do that without some kind of intervention? So you're telling me that you would have to get a court order for anyone you would suspect. That can be anybody. I could say that about you. You get what I mean?
Right, but I don't think it should be done by a company. I think it should be done by either law enforcement or local government.
How do you find that any more different than what CCP does than in China? If you go down by that route, the whole thing is it's supposed to be given to the company for review to someone that deals with those kinds of things. That's why you get the FBI, CIA, Interpol.
Yeah, but the last incident, what happened with WhatsApp and the Brazilian president, still, I would not be okay with it.
No, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Okay, so hold on. You're telling me that it's okay. For example, some of these celebrities. Okay, we'll go with Epstein. We'll go with them. We'll go with something pretty recent. How about Epstein? So it's okay for him to have all those photos and everything else like that on his fucking server and stuff like that? Because he has his right to his privacy?
No, but yeah.
Oh, no, but understand what you just said. But that's okay, right?
No.
So no. So hold on. What if your kid got abducted? Someone decided to put her face on, I don't know, a text message or whatever, and it was your only chance to find her. What would you do? And the company has it. What would you do? You have a kid. Come on. Let's talk about the realism about it. If it was your daughter, and a company had a text message or whatever that says this, I have your daughter and she's up for sale. What is the length you will go to? Because remember, a dude got arrested for saving his daughter from a sex trafficker, and now he's sitting in prison. That dude should get a fucking pardon, as far as I'm concerned. Dude, if I was president, here's your fucking pardon. Have a good day. You know why? Because the same thing that happened with me and my kids. Because my kids got sexually assaulted, taken across state lines by their mother. How is that not sex trafficking? And yet, Louisiana gives them to her. So you want to sit here and tell me this? And I don't understand. My kids had video and timestamps and all this other junk of these things going on, and they still gave them to her. And you're trying to tell me that because someone wants their privacy, they're not allowed to have that put down in court record? Is this what you're telling me?
There should be a way.
No. So understand, your kid, she's a girl. Like, understand as a father. Understand as a father, man. Understand as a father. I'm asking you as a father. If this was to happen to your little girl, you're telling me that those things cannot be used in her defense because it is considered what? Because it's on a what? Digital device. Explain. Can you?
I believe that it should. Yes.
Oh, no. You can't. You can't. No. It's because it's your convenience. No, you can't. It's privacy.
But let me pick up one more example. Remember that where this guy.
You're skipping out. You
remember that one video where this guy had his kid missing, and he literally just broke into everybody's home?
Yeah.
To find out where his kid was?
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. Like, yeah, I understand.
And this happened to someone, and he still got put in prison. As far as I'm concerned, dude, dude should get a medal and a pardon.
Dude, people will not.
Shit, if I was president, that motherfucker would get a pardon and a medal and a plaque and I don't know, but man, trust me, he'd get more than what he's getting right now.
Dude, he's lucky he didn't get shot. Breaking down people's doors, assuming this, that, and the third.
They're lucky. They're lucky they don't die. Why? Because they're connected with it. Dude, if it was a Texan, no. You'd be lucky to come out. You'd be lucky to live. You expect a Texan, when his kid gets taken, just to take it on the shoulder?
No. I'll be going ape shit too, Sean.
Hence, why do you think I told the judge that if they're going to go into, back into her custody, then I'm putting them to blame for this because they're the ones allowing it. I do not approve of this. And I want it on the record that I do not approve of this, and I want you held accountable if anything happens to those kids. That's the reason why Amanda wasn't allowed to leave the state with the kids. Was because the state was going to be held responsible for anything that happened to those kids. Anything. Not me. I didn't request this. I didn't ask for that. I want them in my custody. I didn't show up to that state for nothing. I didn't do nothing wrong. I have nothing to prove. Everything that I've done for my kids should have proved something. They were in school. They were going to school. They were being fed. They were being this. They were being that. They were not put in harm's way. I made sure whatever was going on, at least I knew what the fuck was going on. I made sure. I didn't trust everybody and anybody who came to my fucking path. No. And particularly guys. You do not come around my goddamn daughters. Why? Because what happened to me with my dad. Understand, I got sexually assaulted by my dad. What makes you even think I wanted to happen that to my kids? I never wanted to happen to my kids. No, not in a million fucking years. Tried so hard for that not to happen. But guess what? Mom wanted to, no, I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to go with this dude, Next thing you know, guess what? Don't hear from them. I get called from the fucking school board telling me that the kids haven't fucking been in school and all this other shit. They fucking tell me to go and pick them up. I try to go and pick them up. The cops tell me I fucking can't. Because they don't find anything wrong. And I can't get a hold of the motherfucking child services. Because they're not in their office. But yeah, they're the ones telling me. And I'm literally telling the cop, I'm like, no, dude, the child services told me to go and pick them up because they haven't been in school. And well, she told me that they were they're gonna enroll them tomorrow. Oh, guess what? Never enrolled them. 2 years, 3 years, or some shit out of school in fucking Louisiana. Excuse me? Oh yeah, because you need to come here because we found some illicit material on your kids' fucking tablets and shit. What? Well, sir, you might want to sit down. No, I'm not gonna. Dude, my brain couldn't handle anything at that point. Dude, I was dealing with my grandma, and her dying. Literally, I was taking care of her while she was dying. I mean, dude, I had enough to deal with. You know that. And you want to tell me that you find it a problem? How nuts you sound.
Like I said, Sean, I would go fucking ape shit. Yeah,
Okay. So why would you say it's a privacy thing? No, certain things are private, yes, and I do get that. But that is not one of them.
Yeah, but you gotta understand these people are not using it for what it's intended for.
If that, then that should be, an issue to address. Yes, I do understand that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the protocol, in essence. If you were in this position,
I will do what I gotta take and what I have to do in order to find my kid. Yes, that's not the issue.
no, that is the issue.
Yeah.
No, that is the issue, because the issue is can you get a hold of that information or not? Well, if you can't because due to privacy law, then how can you ever get what you need?
You gotta understand, man. These companies don't give a fuck about our privacy. They want to gather as much data as they want off of us and make money.
Okay, so then it's
And you know damn well they don't get around.
So if you're gonna hold my fucking kid ransom over your pettiness, then you damn right I'm gonna take your life. Welcome to a Texan. Because if any Texan tells you otherwise, they're not a Texan, trust me. That I can point out. Because no Texan would ever do that. Dude, are you kidding me, man? We have a problem just sometimes with one going missing.
Well, anyways, it's 2 in the morning. I'm gonna get some sleep.
So, I mean, you get my point, man.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, so, I mean, the whole thing of this, same thing about immigration and all this other junk. I mean, dude, if they're sitting here moving fucking people across that ain't even their own fucking kids and all this other junk and lying about and all that other crap, how is it not any different?
I'm still surprised that they're paying $15,000 to come here. That's what's mind-boggling to me.
Dude, I don't even understand that either. The whole reason of us is we don't care about how much you pay. We care about who you are. In other words, meaning, okay, as a Texan, all right, do you understand that we have Texas laws? You cannot just come in here and think it's fucking Mexico. But it's not how this works. Trust me, we've been through this with Mexico before. We'll go through it again. We don't have a problem reproclaiming our independence. It's not that difficult. We are willing to fight and die for it. That's the point of a Texan. We're willing. Give me a gun. Where do I go? Because you can only debate this for so long until action needs to be applied. Abbott's taking action. The people are backing him. You can't do anything about that. All you can do is accept that the people are backing him and leave it at that. Do what needs to be done and be done with it. Who gives a shit if it works out for or whoever it's going to piss off? Because either way, you're pissing off one or another. So who do you want to piss off more? Do you want to piss off Texas or do you want to piss off Mexico? Y'all's choice. You get what I mean?
Well, I think at this point, whatever they do, they're just gonna disappoint and piss off everybody. So at the end of the day, I don't expect them to make anybody happy. I'm like, let's face that fact.
Exactly. That's the whole point. You're not here to make people happy. You can't make the whole fucking world happy. It's not going to work. It's not going to fucking work.
Yeah, well, somehow they're making fucking everybody miserable.
Hence.
Usually it's one person you make miserable, but everybody.
Exactly. Only one person. Everybody's a problem.
And they're doing it on purpose.
And you shouldn't make people suffer for your selfish intent. So, I mean, hence the whole point, okay? All right. So, I mean, if Greg Abbott's going to sit there and state, oh, well, we support, immigrants and everything else like that, okay, that's great. But even, the whole thing is states have their limit. Every state has its limit. We've had ours for a long time. We can't deal with this anymore.
Well, they just think it's easy because in their state they don't have to deal with it as much as you do. But They're soon going to realize that's not the case.
It's not the case. That's exactly the whole point. That's not the case. Okay, see, the whole thing is it's like the cartels. Okay, if we want to get rid of the cartels, then we have to get rid of the cartels. It's not going to be pretty, and it's going to probably involve a lot of bloodshed.
Well, the UN is already thinking about making them as a terrorist organization, so I'm like,
okay,
no.
no, but it's nowhere different than how do we get control of the Suthreses, the Latin Kings, the Kings, the Bloods, the Crips, and all that other junk back in the 90s. Well, you want to know how we got rid of them? That's the thing. We dealt with it. We dealt with the fucking problem. Which means, hello, if they're going to sit there and do drive-bys and all that other junk, then we're going to kill these motherfuckers on the street. So what makes you think that we're going to allow this? That's why here in Texas, Neighborhood Watch was invented, was to secure the neighborhood from gangs. Because the police weren't doing enough. You can go look it up.
Let's face man, they don't care.
But do y'all have that in New York? Y'all don't have Neighborhood Watch, not that I know of.
No. We just have cameras and they think that's enough.
No, that's not enough. Because then how come a police officer gets beat down in your city?
And keep in mind, they're always blurry for some reason. No quality.
Hence. Makes no sense. But in Texas, guess what? Ours are crystal clear for some odd reason. Does that make any sense to you?
Well, obviously.
No, why? No, do you want to know the reason why? Is because cops have mistakenly identified people as the wrong person. That's why, because of a grainy photo or video.
At the end of the day, you have their body camera on.
Well, no, but not also that they also required people to upgrade their cameras in their stores for better quality. Do you get my point?
Yes.
So therefore, no one can be mistaken in their identity and be like, oh, well, hey. So it's supposed to prevent that. Hence the whole point of, even, a cop here can't just go and pull their gun out on somebody. You can't do that here in Texas. You just can't pull your fucking gun out. You can't even pull your taser out. That's the reason why I even tell cops, no, please, you can cross your arms all you want on your chest, but you better keep your goddamn hands away from your fucking goddamn belt. I ain't armed, so therefore keep your hands where I can see them. I ain't getting shot over you. I ain't doing nothing wrong. You get my point?
Yeah.
That is the whole point. Where your cops have it backwards.
No, they're just.
No, but it's no more different than the school getting shot up, man. And our parents coming in armed and they're going, no, you better get the fuck out of our way, dude. We'll kill you over this. And it's the whole point, dude. You honestly think we're going to allow children? Come on, dude.
Over here, they're only worried about the pension. That's all they want. They don't care about anything else.
Yeah, hence the point. And your mayor wants to call it politics over people?
More like money's in their pocket. Let's face facts. But anyway, I'll see you later, man. I'm going to sleep.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Good night.